Hello all and welcome to today's Bible portion. Today we're going to be reading the second Sefer of Moshe, called Shemot, also called Exodus. Chapter 1. Now these are the names of the children of Israel, which came into Mishraim. Every man in his household came with the first and last of Yaakov. Reuben, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda, Yissachar, Zebulun, Benjamin, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, and all the souls that came out of the loins of Yaakov were 70 souls. For Joseph was in Mitzrayim already, and Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation, and all the children of Israel were fruitful, and increased abundantly, and multiplied, and waxed exceeding mighty. And the land was filled with them. Now there rose up a new king over Mitzrayim, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply. And it come to pass that when there falls out any war, they join also unto our enemies, and fight against us, to get them up out of the land. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters, to afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, the first and last Python, and the first and last Ramesses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. And they were grieved because of the children of Israel. And the Mitzrayim made the first and last, the children of Israel, to serve the rigor. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage, and mortar, and in brick, and in all the manner of service in the field. The first and last of all their service, wherein they made them serve, was with rigor. And the king of Mitzrayim spoke to Ivory, midwives, of which the name of one was Sifra, and the name of the other Pa. And he said, When ye do the office of a midwife to the first and last of the Ivrith woman, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him, but if it be a daughter, then she shall live. But the midwives feared Elohim, and did not as the king of Mitzrayim commanded them, saying, The first and last of the men children, but saved the first and last of the men children alive. And the king of Mitzrayim called for the midwives, and said unto them, Why have ye done this thing, and have saved Al-Fatah, the men children alive? And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, Because the Ivrith women are not as Mishreath women, for they are lively, and are delivered ere the wives come in unto them. Therefore Elohim dwelt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mighty. And it came to pass, because the midwives feared Al-Fatah Elohim, that he made them houses. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, Every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every daughter ye shall live. Chapter 2 of Shemot. And there went a man of the house of Levi, and took Al-Fatah to be his wife, a daughter of Levi. And the woman conceived and bore a son, and when she saw him, that he was a goodly child, she hid him 3 months. And when she could not longer hide him, she took him an ark of bulrushes, and dabbed it with slime and with pitch, and put Al-Fatah the child therein, and she laid it in the flags by the river's bank. And his sister stood afar off, to witch what would be done to him. And the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walked along by the river's side. And when she saw Alphatov-eth, the ark among the flags, she sent Alphatov-eth, her maid, to fetch it. And when she had opened it, she saw Alphatov-eth the child, and behold, the babe wept. And she had compassion on him, and said, This is one of the Ivrim children. Then said his sister, the Pharaoh's daughter, Shall I go and call you a nurse of the Arith women, that she may nurse Alphatov-eth the child for you? And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, Go. The maid went and called Alphatov-eth the child's mother, and Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, Take Alphatov-eth this child away, and nurse it for me, and I will give you Alphatov-eth your wages. And the woman took the child and nursed it, and the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son, and she called his name Moshe. And she said, Because I drew him out of the water. And it came to pass in those days, that when Moshe was grown, that he went out unto his brethren, and looked on their burdens, and he spied a Mishrai smiting in ivory, one of his brethren. And he looked this way and that way, and when he saw that there was no man, he slew Alphatov-eth the mystery, and hid him in the sand. And when he went out the second day, behold, 2 men of Ivrim drove together, and he said to him, What did him that did the wrong, wherefore smite you your fellow? And he said, Who made you a prince and a judge over us? And then you kill me as you killed Alphatov-eth the mystery? And Moshe feared and said, Surely this thing is known. Now when Pharaoh heard Alphatov-eth this thing, he sought to slay Alphatov-eth Moshe. But Moshe fled from the face of Pharaoh and dwelt in the land of Midian. And he sat down by a well. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water and filled Alphatov-eth the troughs to water their father's flock. And the shepherds came and drove them away. But Moshe stood up and helped them, and watered Alphatov-eth their flocks. And when they came to rule their father, he said, How is it that ye are come so soon today? And they said, Amishtai delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds, and also drew water enough for us, and watered Alphatov-eth the flock. And he said unto his daughters, And where is he? Why is it that ye have left Alphatov-eth the man? Call him, that he may eat bread. And Moshe was content to dwell with Alphatov-eth the man. And he gave Moshe Alphatov-eth Zipporah his daughter, and she bore him a son, and he called Alphatov-eth his name Gershom. For he said, I have been a stranger in a strange land. And it came to pass in the process of time that the king of Mitzrayim died, and the children of Israel sighed by reason of the bondage, and they cried, and their cry came up unto Elohim by reason of the bondage. And Elohim heard Alphatov-eth their groaning, and Elohim remembered Alphatov-eth his covenant with Alphatov-eth Abraham, with Alphatov-eth Yishak, and with Alphatov-eth Yaakov. And Elohim looked upon Alphatov-eth the children of Israel, and Elohim had respect unto them. Okay, there's so many different translations for Alphatov-eth. And here it says Alpha, or Elf, or Aleph. Ox head, strength, and crown. Tav is mark, sign, or covenant. And Eth is the English translation of the two, and there's no real word for it. So when I say the first and the last, that's Alpha Tav Eth, because that's one of the ways that it can also be translated. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. As for this read, it is over. So until next time, I will see everybody in the next video. I hope you all have a great night and a fantastic tomorrow.